totalitarianism.
Special thanks to Truman Human 2020 on Twitter, who is writing the names of people from all around the world onto yellow ribbons and displaying them outside the Royal Courts of Justice on the 27th of October to support Julian.
Okay, so is this for our contact for our email?
Yes.
And this is an email.
Also.
Yes. That's right. So we'll get you involved. Yeah, that's right.
It says honk if you're horny. We're getting a few toots. We are getting a few. Goodies. I'll tell you what I get home. I'm always good at that for some reason. I'll tell you. Here, I've missed it. Although it's just big, I wish I don't think I had it. Bring it down. Bring the whistle blow.
Extradition hearing, 27th, 28th of October.
Okay, boys. Yeah, was the
Bring the truth.
It's better.
Bring the whistle, bros. You want a federal ICAC? We've got one. Called WikiLeaks.
Right.
Hey, he's not bibbing at us.
No, but you can make out they did. Well done, thank you. And that's supposed to be very good. Hey, thank you.
People on the coast, they're
I said I look like an escort. He's like, you're fucking.
It looks pretty close. What do you reckon? In the archive. If you get the echo. 1 1 1 testing 1 2 1 2
Hello.
1 2.
Today marks the 99th Julian Assange Town Hall gathering. The lockdown by the state government has eased slightly, permitting, for the moment, our return to the steps of Sydney Town Hall. So we are once again able to inform people about Julian Assange. The unjust imprisonment and torture of Julian for his public interest journalism has gone on far too long. Julian is completely innocent. The wholesale denial of Julian's human rights for over 10 years demonstrates the strengthening grip of totalitarianism. That Julian is held in horrendous conditions for speaking the truth is absolutely disgusting, but it is worse than that. Ordinary people all over the world are now subjected to excessive waves of increasing totalitarianism. This has got to stop. We must unite to resist the onslaught of the totalitarianism that Julian has been fighting so courageously for so long. Julian knew it was necessary to resist totalitarianism by bravely making the truth known in the face of threats by political figures and sanctions imposed on his organisation by powerful entities. He showed us his empathy and compassion by publishing information that is helpful to ordinary people all over the world. In one sense, this is simply being human. But Julian has proven to be more heroic than that. Julian is a human being of exceptional courage. Most of us may never be as heroic as Julian, but we don't need to be. We simply need to speak the truth when we know it and support each other. We simply need to resist the human tendency of going along to get along. And remember one of Julian's sayings, courage is contagious. The engineers of totalitarianism prey on people's fears. They do their best to ramp up fear through media propaganda to manipulate us into mechanistically following orders without conscience or common sense. To stand up for humanity, we need to do our best to remain calm so that we can think clearly and maintain empathy for each other. To stand up for Julian Assange, we also need to stay calm and respectfully communicate the truth. The truth is crucial. We know truth is crucial because so much energy is being put into suppressing it. The descent into totalitarianism depends on people not being aware of the truth. The social media censorship, in line with the goals of totalitarianism, make it clear that truthful communication is not welcomed by those with power. As Julian said, our greatest enemy is ignorance. We will only do well if we have faith in the truth. The main reason many of us may not have faith in the truth is that truth necessarily has the potential to include very disturbing facts. But if we don't face the truth, we will continue heading down the path to totalitarianism. We must have the ability to stay calm and face the truth so that we can all stand together and defeat the current march to totalitarianism. This is the only way we will create the conditions that are necessary to free Julian Assange. It is clear that waves of increasing authoritarianism are ratcheting up absolute control. Stress and fear narrow our ability to think clearly. Confusing and illogical directives inflate our stress and fear. Dehumanisation of sections of the community is intensifying our fear and creating division. We must resist our tendency to be manipulated by tactics that come right out of the totalitarian playbook. We must instead create the conditions in our lives that allow us to think clearly. If we sleep well, eat healthily, enjoy life, and communicate with our friends, we will be much more able to stay in touch with our humanity. Performing acts of kindness towards others will help us maintain the community that totalitarianism appears hell-bent on destroying. If we are going to make a difference, it is vital that we each take responsibility for creating sanity within ourselves. We must overcome the fear of discovering unpleasant truth. We must keep in mind that fear of discovering an unthinkably evil reality is entirely natural. Nobody wants to receive news of something that will adversely affect them. But the only way to stop being conned by liars and manipulators is to face reality head on. Totalitarianism is a deadly deal, but if we all know the truth, it won't be able to continue to be on the cards. We must keep speaking the truth, even though many find meaning in the lies of totalitarian propaganda. We must keep fighting for justice. We must keep fighting to free Julian Assange. We must all do our bit for humanity by helping to inform ourselves and others. We must break out of the limited information bubble of mainstream media to resist the will of totalitarianism so that we can free Julian Assange. We must demonstrate our solidarity for human decency because it is the only right and rational thing to do. Julian Assange published documents to make public interest information available for public scrutiny. Journalism of this nature must always be legal so that we may live in a free and open society. We will win this. Free Julian Assange. Free Julian Assange. Free Julian Assange. Thank you.
So we're glad to be back at Sydney Town Hall steps after Sydney was locked down since June 2021. It's our responsibility and our pleasure to stand up for Sydney Peace Medal recipient Julian Assange. While we were away, the news of the CIA spying on Julian, his lawyers and visitors came to light. Many learned that employees of the Ecuadorian embassy were told to steal the nappies of Julian's baby, to complete DNA tests, to discover if he was Julian's son. There were plans to murder Julian, and a shootout on the streets of London near Harrods in Knightsbridge was discussed. The London... It's just
worth a laugh.
crazy, isn't it? Can you believe that they actually discussed a shootout in the middle of London and that the UK authorities were aware of that and they actually contemplated doing that? We know from Julian's partner Stella Morris that Julian's eldest son had also been targeted and threatened. Mike Pompeo was head of the CIA at the time. He has not denied the reports. He's not apologised for the criminal acts. Instead, he wants whistleblowers held accountable. The key witness, Siggy Thordarson, an Icelandic national who volunteered for WikiLeaks, has since been charged with financial fraud and underage sex crimes. He falsely asserted that Julian instructed him to commit hacking and computer intrusions. The pedophile, Thordarson, admitted that the accusations were false. The case against Julian Assange is a farce, a perversion, a corruption, an abuse of power. Julian has been in what amounts to be solitary confinement since April 2019. He's lived for over 10 years without freedom. Anthony Albanese remarked, "Enough is enough, and I can't see what served by keeping him incarcerated," and yet here we are, still standing on the steps of Sydney Town Hall and crying out for the release of Australian multi-award winning journalist Julian Assange. The time for platitudes from our politicians has passed. The time for action is here. Anthony Albanese, Scott Morrison, call your friends in the United States government and demand the charges being dropped and Julian be freed. History will not be kind. Do not let this travesty be your legacy. Free Julian Assange.
Thanks, Karen.
Or just to keep
Yeah, it's the
people away?
lockdown protest.
Oh, it's a lockdown protest.
Well, that's what they've been having. I mean, that's what I think it is. There's nothing scheduled for tomorrow, but I think they have a presence
Oh, right.
in the city just to discourage people from.
Free Julian! Yeah.
Boys,
Free Julian!
no. You've got to get shoes.
You're right. Have a good day, yeah? Oh, I'm going to JD.
Billy, come and join us. I know Billy Phil, come and join us.
So we'll be putting our names down
On the ribbons, yeah.
yes,
What's the mandate?
You've done it.
Whom the bell tolls.
yes.
Free Julian Assange. Free Assange.
Okay, all together, guys.
Free Julian Assange.
Free.
Julian Assange.
Free.
Julian Assange.
Inmate.
Our mate.
Julian Assange. Only one decision.
No extradition.
There is only one decision.
No extradition.
Inmate.
Our mate.
Julian Assange. Free.
Julian Assange.
Free.
Julian Assange.
Free.
Julian Assange.
Thank you.
Got anything to read?
Yeah.
Thanks, sir.
That's all I learned.
Yeah, no, he's good, eh? He's alright, mate. He tells
Does it look good in the You can't see the film, can you?
That's all getting us.
That doesn't talk.
So will we go inside?
Okay.
Take film? Oh, so that comes out.
Oh, it looks bloody impressive.
TV.
Flashing light. It's got everything.
Hey Steve, your video will start with the words totalitarianism.
Wait,
They're meant to be working with the community.
Who's that? The police.
I think they've...
that's what they're supposed to do. Well, this actually doesn't sound, the motto, it doesn't sound as friendly as I thought. It's punishment follows close on guilt. That's
What was that?
That's the motto with the New South Wales
What
Police.
does it say? Punishment?
Punishment follows close on guilt.
Come on, I've got to get this. What does it say on the New South Wales Police
Motto?
website?
The motto is punishment follows close on guilt. That wasn't as friendly as I thought it was going to
When
be.
is guilt determined? Is it determined when they see you or when you've been to court?
The mission of the New South Wales Police Force is to work with the community to reduce violence, crime and fear.
Reduce violence and fear. The fear.
No, their job is to increase fear.
I didn't think the police had anything to do with punishment.
Free Julian Assange. You want to
Hey!
bloody oath, mate. Free him, mate. Bloody oath. Everyone should be free. No.
We had a photo shoot around the
The police.
police van.
Would you like a tour?
I've already been in one of them, I think.
Well, you will know the motto of the New South Wales Police.
Oh yeah, what the hell does that mean? We're back.
Free Assange.
Free Assange.
Free Assange.
Free Julian. Free Julian Assange.
Only one decision.
No
extradition. Inmate.
Our mate.
Julian Assange.
Inmate.
Our mate.
Julian Assange.
Free.
Julian Assange.
Free.
Julian Assange.
Free.
Julian Assange.
Inmate.
Our mate.
Julian Assange. Thank you.
are the criminals, not the ones exposing them.
We are all Assange.